Goliath! Goliath is another creation from Hank Pym. The first appearance for it was in Avengers issue 28, created by Don Heck and Stan Lee. This suit was made so that Hank could have the ability to increase his body size to grow really big. This was before the Ant-Man suit had this feature. Goliath is technically Giant Man, but he just had multiple names for it. Bill Foster later donned the suit and became the second Goliath, or Giant Man. He was called Black Goliath and was introduced in Luke Cage Power Man, issue 24, in the year of April 1975. Bill Foster was a biochemist who worked for Tony Stark. Huh, another person working for Stark. Imagine that. He was also the assistant of Hank Pym, and they both worked on the Giant Man suit together. He had to one time help Hank get back to normal size when Hank was stuck at being at a height of 10 feet. That kinda sucks. But I wouldn't exactly know. I haven't been 10 feet tall before. Later on, Bill goes over to the West Coast. He obtains the Pym Particles formula and becomes Goliath. He fights alongside Luke Cage, the Champions of Los Angeles, and a couple others. He also ends up joining in the ranks of the West Coast Avengers. You know, because they're in the West Coast, so they're the West Coast Avengers. Ha ha! Wow, look at those dislikes. Anyway, Bill eventually gives up being Goliath and gives it back to Hank, only to don the suit yet again once the Civil War comes around. And this doesn't end well for Bill. Bill joins Captain America's side, but in the battle between the two opposing sides, Bill ends up fighting against Thor. This turns out to only be a clone of Thor that was called Ragnarok, and the clone ultimately kills Goliath. It's not really a happy ending. Sorry, viewers. Well, not everything can be sunshine and rainbows. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a couple things about Goliath, because if not, then I failed you. Well, until next time.